Hello, and welcome to the TI Precision Lab module introducing noise in ADC systems. This module serves as a primer for the other modules in the series and covers what noise is, where it comes from, and why it's important for engineers to consider when designing ADC systems. We will also introduce a few concepts that will be useful throughout this presentation series, such as adding uncorrelated noise sources. First, let's discuss what topics you will learn about in these ADC noise modules. Here are the topics you will learn about in the Precision Labs modules on ADC noise. The first topic is an introduction to noise in data acquisition systems, which is the presentation you are currently watching. Other topics include types of intrinsic ADC noise, how ADC manufacturers measure and specify noise in an ADC's datasheet, how to define a system noise performance metric and use that to choose a low-speed delta sigma ADC for your application, what effective noise bandwidth is and how it applies to system noise analysis, how gain affects ADC noise in dynamic range, how to determine if an amplifier is necessary for a high-resolution ADC, how reference noise affects ADC noise performance, and finally, several methods to reduce the amount of reference noise passed to your data acquisition system. Now that you know what will be covered in this Precision Labs module series, let's see an example of what noise looks like in everyday life. Shown here on the left is a high-resolution image that is easily identified as a pile of open books. Given this image is high resolution, we could enlarge it to realize very fine details such as the text on the pages. For data acquisition systems, this is the kind of result we want. Compare that to the same image shown on the right, which is a much noisier and therefore lower resolution version. Note how the fine details of the high resolution image are lost in the noisy image, and the subject matter is almost unrecognizable. Likewise, data acquisition systems noise can make it very difficult to measure the finer details of our signals of interest, reducing both the precision and the accuracy of the system. Let's now provide a definition for noise and further explore why it's important for data acquisition systems. In data acquisition systems, noise is any unwanted signal that can interfere with or hide another signal that you are interested in measuring. Moreover, some noise is inherent to all electrical components and it can come from sources internal or external to the system. Why should noise be important to you? As discussed on the previous slide, noise limits the smallest signal or the smallest change in signal level that you can detect and therefore directly impacts the system's precision. Additionally, it's not always clear what impact individual noise sources have on the total system noise without simulation and analysis, so simply choosing the lowest noise components may not be practical or even necessary. Finally, noise may also have an impact on system accuracy as well, particularly during calibration where you need precise and repeatable results to ensure an accurate calibration. This begs the question, where does noise come from? Noise can be introduced to your system in one of two ways. The first is intrinsically, which is noise generated from the circuit itself. Intrinsic noise is easy to predict mathematically and will be the focus of our analysis throughout this Precision Lab series. The other form of noise is extrinsic, which is man-made noise that couples into the system from the outside world. This type of noise is much more random since it depends on factors such as field strength and coupling media. Several common noise sources are shown here that represent both types of noise. Other than the layout noise, all components shown here can contribute some intrinsic noise. These include the analog to digital converter, which can contribute thermal or quantization noise. The amplifier or signal conditioning circuitry connected to the ADC typically provides broadband and/or 1/f noise. If this amplifier provides a signal gain, this noise also gets amplified and is seen in the ADC's output. The reference source, whether integrated into the ADC or provided as an external discrete component, contributes some level of noise. Since the ADC compares the input signal to the reference voltage, this noise appears in the output result as well. The output ripple on a power supply may introduce noise into the signal. Clocks, which control when the ADC samples the input signal, have clock jitter that may translate into noise when sampling a time-varying signal. And finally, the sensor itself can contribute noise on top of the measured signal. Power supplies, clocks, and the PCB layout may couple noise from outside sources, such as 50/60 Hz line cycle noise or cell phone interference. These forms of noise are considered extrinsic. As stated earlier, we will introduce some extrinsic noise topics throughout this module series, but the core focus will be on understanding, simulating, and analyzing intrinsic noise sources. In particular, the noise in high-resolution ADC systems is typically dominated by the amplifier, ADC, or voltage reference represented by the system shown here. Therefore, our goal for the remaining Precision Labs modules on ADC noise will be to predict and verify this system's performance using calculation, simulation, and measurement. While other devices contribute noise, which we will analyze in subsequent modules, one of the three components here tends to be the limiting factor with respect to system noise performance. To accomplish this goal, we'll first delve into each noise source individually, then bring all of that component-level knowledge together to analyze the system as a whole. While doing so, you will learn how noise enters the system, what the dominant noise sources are in a given application, how changing your system specifications affect the noise of each component, as well as the overall system noise, and how to calculate the expected noise to determine if it meets your system requirements. Ultimately, it is important to consider noise at the system level, not just the ADC, because the ADC's datasheet only characterizes device-level performance, not the performance of the system in which the ADC is used. So, while you may attempt to use a low-noise, high-resolution ADC to get the best performance for your system, the ADC might not be the weakest link in your signal chain. For example, if the amplifier driving the ADC has high noise, choosing a lower noise ADC will not improve system noise. If you only focus on the ADC's precision, you might find that a higher resolution ADC does not give the performance you need. In fact, more bits does not always equal more resolution, as the images on this slide show. Notice that in the 16-bit image on the left and the 24-bit image on the right, the noise level is the same. The only difference is that in the 24-bit image, the system noise is quantized into smaller increments compared to the 16-bit ADC. The ADC noise may be lower in the 24-bit case, but the system noise is not. Before you continue on with the rest of the modules in this series on ADC noise, let's review two key concepts that will be necessary to understand the remaining material. First, we need to define precision versus accuracy, as we have discussed both so far in this first module. These terms are often used to convey the same idea, though they have two very distinct and important definitions. Precision, or resolution as it is sometimes called, is the degree of repeatability of measurement results. This term signifies how close subsequent output results are to each other. Accuracy, on the other hand, refers to how closely the measurement results reflect the exact values of the measured signal. This term signifies how close the output result is to the analog input. The difference between precision and accuracy can be illustrated using the classic target analogy. The first image shows results that are not repeatable. They are scattered and far from the bullseye. This is an example of low precision and low accuracy. In the second image, the results are still missing the bullseye, but they are at least tightly grouped or repeatable. This is an example of high precision but low accuracy and isn't such a bad result. You're consistently hitting the same point on the target, and your accuracy can be corrected through calibration. The third image shows an ideal result with a very tight grouping directly in the center of the target. This represents a system that's both accurate and repeatable. This is the kind of data acquisition system we want to help you design. While both of these metrics are important for high-performance data acquisition design, this Precision Lab series will focus on reducing noise to increase precision. Another important concept in noise analysis is how to add random noise sources. Noise is often a random variable, and adding uncorrelated random variables is similar to adding perpendicular vectors. As shown here, to find the resulting vector length, we take the root sum of squares of each noise source's standard deviation. It is important to note that this relationship applies only to uncorrelated random noise. If noise sources are correlated, then the vector angles change and a different formula must be used to compute the resulting vector length. If we substitute values in for our variables, such as Vn1 is equal to 1 millivolt and Vn2 equals 5 millivolts, we calculate the total noise to be 5.1 millivolts RMS. An interesting takeaway here is that because uncorrelated noise is not additive, the larger noise sources tends to dominate. In fact, a 5-to-1 noise ratio results in only a 2% increase in total noise. In general, if Vn1 is much greater than Vn2, then the resulting noise will be approximately Vn1 and vice versa. So, when we try to reduce the total noise, we always want to focus on reducing the largest noise sources to get the greatest return on our efforts. Now you have the necessary information to begin the next module on types of ADC noise. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please try the quiz to check your understanding of this video's content. Question 1. True/false. Changing from a 20-bit converter to a 24-bit converter may not actually increase your system's resolution if the noise is too large. The correct answer is true. If the system noise is large enough, increasing the ADC resolution will not actually add any noise-free resolution, and the extra bits will be meaningless. An input signal of 2 volts is applied to 3 different ADC systems. Which system has good precision but poor accuracy? The correct answer is B. Notice that B has values that are consistently near 2.10 volts. Since the output is fairly repeatable, it is considered to have good precision. On the other hand, it is 0.1 volts off of the target value, so it has poor accuracy. By comparison, System A is very consistent near the target value of 2 volts, so it has good accuracy and good precision. Finally, System C doesn't have good accuracy or good precision. Question 3. For the circuit below, the amplifier and ADC noise will add together. What is the total noise? The correct answer is B. The root sum of squares equation is shown here.